Good morning, everybody. What a fine morning it is. Market just keeps going up and up and up and up and up. No one wanted to believe it. Not a soul wanted to believe it. I have a few things I want to discuss. I don't want to go into too much specifics. I don't want to make the video long, as always. It's so easy to make like a 30-minute video in 2 seconds. I want to go through specific things, and that's it. Overall, I think the market is going to rip, just like we've been saying for 2 months now. We're in the middle of it. I don't know the exact path of it as of right now, but it is an absolute rip mode. There's many different things that it can do. We got trend lines here at the 200, trend line here, same thing on the Qs. We're about to hit it. 2% higher. We have the jobs data on Friday morning, which is supposed to be a very big inflection point in the market. Next week is CPI, and the week after that is FOMC. So there's going to be targets of where the market is at these appropriate times and where the market's going to turn. No matter what, the market is going to rip higher. I honestly think that S&P will be at, let's see. $450. Where is it? 450. Where is it? Oh, well, I forgot where it was, but I think we're going to get to 450 by the last week of August or the first week of September. And then between then and the middle of October, I think we'll hit all-time highs. That's my target. That's my time frame. Because this took an extra month. I didn't think it would dance for an extra 2 weeks at the bottom of July. And so since it did that, we're extending it from the end of August to first half of September to the second half of September to the first half of October. We're just extending it out because it's taking that long. I think this is the target. If you're talking about targets, like end-all be-all targets, I think this is the target. This is a 100-year trend. It hit the dot-com bubble right here from the Great Depression. We smacked it. This is going to be the 1-2 punch. To hit it once, we rolled over straight down. We finally activate. We got the glitch trade, right? So we get smacked right here. And what do you get? You get a glitch trade down to here. So boom, smacks it. We break it. We start to rip. It's going to try it again. If you have a blow, this is it. If you have a blow off top on high volume into this line, sell everything. If you have a high volume move into this line, sell everything, short the market. Period and end. That's the setup that we have right now. It's all about how fast it gets there or how slow it gets there. If we have a choppy 2022, whatever, then we're going to rip and we're going to touch in the first half of 2023. And then we're going to get the recession in the second half of 2023. There was a glitch trade down to SPY 300 in October of this year. So I do think SPY 300 is a target, but not this year. Could get there this year in a really toxic flash crash that we're expecting. But I think that might be the target for next year. We'll see, whatever it is. But this is the target that I see by September, October. UVXY had its glitch trade down to 4.5, as we know. That's our target. No matter what, UVXY is going down to 4.5. Sometimes it can go a little bit before that, like maybe 5, something like that, but it needs to get close to this before it can start to go up. So what ends up happening is if you're going to have the flash crash, this goes down, you want to see a volatility event before it gets here so that when it sinks down into it, it can get triggered. So then it goes from like 5 to 50. I think the flash crash will happen in literally like 2 weeks. This will go from 5 to 50. People don't understand how UVXY moves. We try to explain it for months and months and months. This is how it would move if we get a move like this. If there's a volatility event somewhere between now and middle of September, a violent move, that should be the activation of this trend. But then you get the residual move back up into. So this would be like we go up, up, up. Right? Everyone's like, oh, bear market rally, bear market rally. People, like, the bears haven't even capitulated yet. Like, all you hear is everyone saying this is a bear market rally. I don't believe it. I'm not going to buy into this. I'm going to wait. It's not going to keep going. There's going to be a trading range. Like, there's going to be continued volatility. Like, every single person, everyone on the internet, every TV pundit, it's insane. And that's exactly what you want to see. They haven't even capitulated yet. Right? So anyway, we go up. Some sort of volatility event between now and the middle of September where it looks and feels like the bear market, because it actually is the correction coming. So it should look and feel like the bear market. I don't know where that is yet. I don't know what it looks like, how big it is, but that's what we're looking for. And then we're looking for it to hold and make the final run up somewhere in September into October, like some ridiculous what the fuck move. And so this is SPX, so that's good. That's the target. VIX, as we know, we double topped on the news feed, the algo print, May 9th, and then we exploded into it and we went straight down and we broke everything. We broke this uptrend and we just broke that on the Fed. Boop, boop. And then we just retested it super violently and got super rejected yesterday. I don't know this exact path. I don't know if the market's going to go literally straight up. It's definitely possible. That was the thesis. But it just seems like there's a lot of traffic in the way as of right now. Like, we're breaking above this. This is resistance a little bit. We're probably going to get to 420. And then we got this. I don't know if we're going to go here and then drop into CPI and then we explode up. Do we go up into this? Do we sell off after CPI? Do we wait for the FOMC minutes and then do like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to care about the exact path of it. Just know that this is going to fucking rip. Understand that this is a kickback. It pushed down to go up. This is up momentum. It's using this as a spring. It's like pushing a beach ball underwater and letting it go. That's what this is. Push it down and you let it go. Boom. So you get extra momentum to the upside. That's what we're doing. This is how much up momentum. We haven't even fucking broken out yet. We're not even bullish yet. We haven't even broken out. Look at the MACD. We just made our first continuation wave above the zero line on the daily. We haven't even had an impulse wave on the DMI yet. We haven't even moved up yet. That's how insane this move is. You need to understand. People need to understand. That's that. VIX, SPY. I mean, we played so many earnings reports. It's so funny. We played Amazon and Uber and other things. Everything's breaking out. Apple broke out above the 200, retested. Again, same thing. The S&P did something where it gapped below in open red and coiled to the downside into the close. The only way this setup is bullish is if you gap up and rip the next day. It did exactly that. So it's a high specificity for a bullish trend right here. After you get an open red like that for a breakout, if this gaps down by a penny, that's really, really, really bad. It needs to gap up and rip it exactly that. S&P and the market looks exactly the same. This is really, really clean. Apple's going higher. Market should go higher with it. The chop that it takes with it is whatever. Okay. AMC, like we said over and over and over and over again, they're gonna absolutely rip. This line here is the weekly closing prints. It broke out right here, retested 13.8 was our target. We had that volatility event with GameStop laying people off. 13.8 was our target. It went to 13.82, literally perfect, and absolutely fucking exploded off of it. AMC is outperforming GameStop this week and they report on Friday. I would like to see it rip higher and get rejected on earnings and you kind of like retest this or something like that, because it's outperforming GameStop. So somehow it has to like ameliorate that. It needs to fix that. And so if they gap up more and then sell off after earnings and fill the gap, you get this long wick type of thing while GameStop stays healthy. this is going to rip. They're all going to rip. They're all going to rip. They're all going to rip. And almost every meme stock is going to rip. Like everything started breaking out. Tilray looks absolutely insane. Like everything looks insane. DraftKings just broke out. Like everybody's breaking out. You just buy something and run with it. Like we've been saying, and it took a while. It took a while, but you stick through it. You work through it. This is the stock market. This is probably one of the worst corrections ever because of how long and brutal it was. Even in real bear markets, I don't consider this a bear market. In real bear markets, you get drops and you get violent uptrends. Okay, I'm going to sell it up here. Drops, violent uptrends. This is just down and to the right for basically every single stock. There's no way to get out of it. It was just down, 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 down. And if you were in other stock, like if you were in any stocks, like JP Morgan's down, what, 40% or something, whatever it was. Like it's just insane. Absolutely insane. We want to look at AMC. So this is something specific that I looked at. And I think has extreme relevance. When you have a relative strength comparison to the SPX on any stock chart, almost any stock compares its movement to the SPX, I've learned. It's really interesting. So AMC, when this is the zero line, it means that for this time frame on a weekly, it is equal to the SPX when it's right here at the zero line. So it's outperforming the SPX from here to here, and then it underperforms it from here to here, but it's still outperforming it on a total basis from here to here, right? So it's still green. Then it outperforms it here, then it underperforms it here, and now after these 3-4 years, it's starting to underperform it. And it underperforms it in a straight line until it breaks out. And what does it do? It goes right up to the break-even point. It was a very obvious inflection point. You're not going to go from super underperformance to outperformance and go. You break it and then get rejected. That is exactly what happened. It retested. It failed. What did it do? It retested this right here. And it's basing, and now it's starting to go up. So what's this going to do? The probability that this touches this on this run, however long it takes, is extremely high. And what I think is going to happen, if the memes themselves are going to happen in the next couple of years, etc., and GameStop is going to be GameStop, and you're going to get the move, what you should get is this should beeline it to that, whatever the price goes to, get rejected, it's somewhere end of August or early September. I would say like I want to see like the first week of September tops because GameStop earnings is there and I think they gap up and whatever. So I think early September. I want to see a hard rejection and then I want to see a violent breakthrough. So it got hard rejected here, retested, failed. You want to see a hard test, hard rejection, and it breaks through it. I don't know what's going to trigger that, when it's going to trigger that, but you'd be able to tell based on how it's falling and the coiled momentum that you're going to see towards the bottom of whenever this move happens in the next month and a half or so. That's the move we're going to go so hard on. I'm praying it happens because that move can literally easily make hundreds of thousands, if not millions, off that play. And if that happens, that means that AMC is exploding above the zero line on SPX relative basis for the last 9 years, and then eventually it's going to retest it again, but then it's going to hold, right? So then you break above it, you retest it, and then you hold, and then the next move that happens is the move like this, but not just a small move, it's going to be a massive move. And it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. It represents the wave pattern perfectly. It really does. So that's AMC. I don't really want to talk about like other memes or anything like that. Snapchat had a 4-hour neutral print the other day. This was very bullish. You're getting a neutral print after a huge drop like this with an instant activation, and we think this is the start of a new uptrend. The DMI got rejected, and we think that this is the start of an uptrend. There's just so many things, but stay long. These are our targets. UVXY has to go to 4.5. That is plenty upside, however long it takes. If we chop and then go into 23 and then crash, or we go up to here, we crash September, October. And I'm talking fucking crash. I am talking 4,900 to 3,400 in less than 2 weeks. 30% drop in 2 weeks. Yeah, something insane. And yes, it can do it. I promise. Yeah, we got a target. Don't know the zig and zag, but we're going higher. So stick with it. Don't be a fucking bear, okay? This is not the time to be a bear. Stop being a fucking bear. Stop being a bear, or you're gonna be a bear all the way up to here. Just stop it. All right. Anything else? There's not really much else to talk about or say. The VIX. I'm sure I'll forget something. The VIX, first weekly print of this. And then we have CPI next week. This looks pretty healthy. All red. You get one green, probably close green. If you fill this gap, hold it. You want to see a kickback next week and then massive failure. Oh, right. Another target. So UVXY 4.5, VXN, that. The yearly low on the volatility for the NASDAQ. Right? Glitch trade, we talked about it. Either going to explode or it's going to be a magnet. It's a magnet. It's a magnet. That has a lot of fucking room to go. That is a lot more room to go. So, we're not there yet. Not even close. GG's. Enjoy the summer when everyone's on vacation and then everything rips, trying to fuck everybody over because nobody's trading anymore. Also, the Robinhood just missed and ripped on earnings, which this is like crypto. Also crypto, Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's going to break out. They announced the legislation right at this pivotal point on this August month. Robinhood, this is starting to rip right when the memes start to rip, right when crypto starts to rip. That's where they get all the revenue. They're breaking out. First positive move all year on the MACD daily, right? It's all starting. It's all starting, and it's not going to stop. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, it's all coming together. So stay long, be strong. Hedging, I mean, that's up to you. It's all up to you. But stay long. We're going higher. Don't get crapped out and stopped out and buying puts or saying the market's going too high. Just hold long and let it run. GG's. I'll see ya when something changes. Peace.